A few words about Goldfinger. Goldfinger and Pussy Galore. The feminine character that comes against, then on top, or is it on the side? And finally is in some sort of harmony with famous James Bond 007. But a striking name, Pussy. We all know what pussy means. Of course, pussycat. And galore means plenty, a lot. So a lot of pussycat. This seems to end on our Cinemax channel, the series with Sean Connery, regretted great actor, dedicated to James Bond. There is another one aired last night, Casino Royale, but that's not with Sean Connery, and it's more of a parody. We'll talk about that tomorrow, inshallah. So this one has a plot which is there in the title. Was it this one considered the best in the series up to that moment? Maybe up to now. It's true if we compare what has been done over the past years and the first adaptations of Jan Fleming's novels. Maybe the past gains from some charm, some other decorum, some panache. I don't know. A different take on the character, but definitely there is a change for the better in what has to do with special effects, with production quality, which has been improving over the decades, evidently. I mentioned this before. It's striking also in Goldfinger, this idea of having actors talking to each other in the car or doing things while the scenery is clearly artificially moving behind them. So they have them in the studio, but then they just move things behind them as if they're moving across countryside or whatever, but then there's just pictures with countryside being dragged by people behind them. I'm just exaggerating, but only a little there. So that's strange. Some fighting scenes are also not gauche, not badly done. They must have been on the top of the game at the time, but now they feel awkward. So instead of being a serious thriller, it seems a bit of a comedy at times, alas. Having said that, they do have quite a few ideas which are bold here. First of all, they have a villain, that Goldfinger, that has spectacular plans, if nefarious and vile, despicable. Mass murder doesn't make him blink an eye. He has a manservant from Asia who is using his hat. He has a hat with metal, which might be his downfall. Let's anticipate at least on that. So he's throwing his hat, and because it has metal on the rim, it's awfully efficient. He's showing it off in the first few scenes by cutting the head of a statue, no less at the golf club. James Bond has some of his tricks from coming from Q from MI6 MI5. This car, they've changed the, what did he have, a Rolls, a Bentley with a Jaguar, and this has smoke coming from behind when he's pressing a button, oil on the road so that the enemy in their cars slip from the road, machine guns, you name it. He even has a button that ejects the passenger in the front seat, which happens to be useful at one point. The same womanizer, I mentioned that, I will not insist now. It seems excessive. It seems that this would eventually create problems in the future. They may even ban this, I mean, because of this macho behavior. And the bad guy wants to use atomic energy to make the reserve of the United States at Fort Knox radioactive. So that's daring idea. Although another criticism, if you will, would be his use of mafia families to make this plan feasible, if you will. But then somehow he is outsmarting them all, apparently, which to me, really? I mean, they all fall from, well, except one who's also terminated in a way which seems unbelievable. It's just one part of the movie, but it upset this viewer. These guys are suspicious. Indeed, this one is suspicious. I don't believe in this plan, so let me have my money now. But then he's traveling alone with the infamous Asian with his deadly hat. I mean, without a lieutenant, a bodyguard, or something. Are they all such fools? Maybe. I mean, we see the top leader, who is the ultimate idiot, doesn't want to leave the White House now. So, why not? I mean, maybe it happens, but still, as I said, that's one unfortunate aspect, and there will be a few others that make the film age not so well.